What's up, everybody? It's Krista Green here from The Jam, and we're doing a Facebook Live Bachelor recap right now. Colton Underwood, he's been our Bachelor. We're having some camera stuff. Am I looking at the right camera? We're on Facebook Live. It's the first time, everybody, so roll with the punches with us.
We're going to have some goofs.
We're going to have some goofs. We got Kelsie Huff here.
Hey!
She's in the house, comedian Kelsie Huff. We love her so much.
Hello. And I do not love The Bachelor, so get ready for that.
But Kelsie, you have this Bachelor podcast.
I do. I'm the healthy skeptic of the group.
There we go.
Yes.
But
I'm here to play.
I like it. We need a skeptic. Every good group needs a good skeptic. All right, cool.
Healthy one.
We've also got Tim Bach here.
Hey.
He's one of our digital producers at the U. We've got Tina. She's a producer on the
Woo!
Jam.
Tina!
And,
Girl, I mean,
Such
I
a
got
warm
no
welcome.
moves, yeah, Tina.
Super fan right here.
We've got a lot of Bachelor fans in the house. So
And you can tell by the number of notes we each have.
I've got a book.
I came prepared for y'all.
I have
okay?
one.
yes, okay,
One
guys.
card.
Okay, like I said, Colton season. It has really. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of ups and downs. It was very emotional, but we made it to the end. It was
painful.
Yeah. Exhausting.
Exhausting.
I always feel like a stepmom. I'm like, get it together, buddy.
Yeah.
Get it together. Yeah, a lot of crying, especially in these, a lot of snot. A lot of snot crying
Lots of
going on.
laughs, too.
There
I
was
mean-
so much snot and tears in this entire season. But the finale, of course, ABC broke it down into 2 nights for us because they want to get everything that we can get out of us. So anyway, we're going to start with
Shade.
night 1. I mean, 4 hours of my life, but you got to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start, you guys. We kicked off 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. The fence. Everyone's talking about Colton
Monday.
jumping over this 8-foot fence. And we have a little like sports replay. If you didn't catch it, if you were living under a rock the past 14 days, you can take a look at this fence jumping right here by Colton.
Colton! 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 He just jumped the fence.
I cannot. We picked up here. We got to start off here, right?
I gotta say, I feel like that's athleticism right there. Like, I have a hard time like getting on the steps to the bus. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, my hips. And that guy hurdled it. You hurdled
Literally
it.
the most teased moment, I think, of any season ever.
For
From
sure.
like moment 1 of
Right.
the series, we were seeing this hops. I mean,
And
my
that's the
goodness.
question. You're somebody who loves The Bachelor. How do you feel about like they just oversell this one moment the whole time? And then I feel
in
like
all fairness, it's super hot. Like, there is nothing more hot than a guy jumping over a fence.
Especially when he pulled up his pants right
my
before and then
stars,
went for it.
yes.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I want to see the other side. How did
Yes.
he tumble down? Did he land both feet? Are his ankles okay?
Being that this
Right.
was 100% planned, there was a nice cushion for him to fall on.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
guarantee
Tim,
you.
you're a fun sucker. I think Colton was angry and pushed everyone out of the way and
100%
jumped over an
Krista.
8-foot fence
Sorry,
with
Ruin.
his NFL background athleticism.
yeah. It was
you know
intense. It was intense. I love too in the scene afterwards. Chris Harrison, he's not playing around. He doesn't even wait for it to open. He's like, "Where's the button? Move over." It's like, I'm not scratching this face.
I'm not
Harrison is
hopping.
not jumping
Yeah.
his feet.
He's too good to jump. He's only good enough to push the button.
Yeah, he's like, "Where's the intern? Jump over."
That's difficult.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
He went up there with ease. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I have to say, what I thought was even more entertaining than the jump, though, was afterwards where the dogs were just barking. Like,
yeah.
where did these dogs come from?
I know.
the
Also, like,
Portuguese dogs, of
yeah,
course.
it felt
They were
like
in
all
Portugal.
of a sudden it was like Walking Dead. It's like the animals are out, everyone's like
my
freaking
stars.
out.
It was
I
kinda
like,
haunted.
I
It
loved
was.
Yeah.
Especially when they played it up. But I loved when he just like, he's not chasing after him. He's not moving those boots, getting his nice, who knows, Italian leather shoes dirty. He's like, "Get me the car. We're going to go drive around." And somehow, I don't know how, but Colton got far enough away where they needed those cars. But girl, I guess when you're mad.
Right, and those
you're mad.
producers found him.
Yeah.
They chased him down.
They have a GPS tracker planted.
sure.
Like 100
I
years
just
from now, they
saw
could
it.
find him.
Right.
They'll find his kids. Like,
Where do,
it's
you think,
just.
where do you think they put the chip? Like, literally,
Well, I
they
don't
gotta
know,
probably put
somewhere
it
where you
out.
can't see it in the shower. 'Cause that guy is always in the shower. Always showering. I thought he was running away for a shower. I'm like, oh, he just needs to get clean. Well, the other thing I love is that Chris Harrison, when he's looking, he's like, Colton, brings out the 2 phones. I was like, oh, Chris Harrison.
Oh,
We're going
yeah.
to call the cops. I'm like, you're not talking to anyone,
Anybody.
Chris Harrison. Come
Right,
on. You're
right.
faking
That's
it.
Well, and-
solely a prop right
Did
now.
I
Thank
miss
you,
something,
Chris
or is
Harrison.
Colton like 26? Like, he can go out on his own if he wants to.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, my
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
If
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
old enough to be on a dating show, breaking what, so many hearts, you know what I'm saying? He can be out on the streets and whatever.
Yeah. They found him though. They found him.
They found him, and that is where we picked up Monday night.
Yeah.
So we finally found out that Colton is okay, and
Shocker.
we have to get into these fantasy suites, what everyone's been waiting for. So it kicked off with Tayshia. She has her first fantasy suite, and you know, I gotta say,
She didn't even make it to the fantasy. Well, she did.
the
Tayshia
attempt.
did.
I should call these the attempted fantasy
attempted.
suites. Excuse me. Also, too, I really want to say very quickly, Brandon Pope is supposed to be here. He is also a huge Bachelor fan in the Jam newsroom, and unfortunately, the news doesn't stop. We're on a 24-hour cycle here, and Brandon had to go do a shoot for the show tomorrow. So we have him weighing in a little bit on just night one. So the fence happened. Let's hear what Brandon had to think about night one overall.
Hey guys, Brandon Pope here from the Jam Newsroom. I gotta say, night one of the Bachelor finale was emotional. An absolute emotional roller coaster. I'm still dealing with those feelings right now. I gotta say, I've never seen a guy need a Drake album as much as Colton needed one. The dude was an emotional mess. I get it, but whew, boy, the waterworks were on full display.
Those are the most poetic words I've ever heard come out of Brandon's mouth. I will honestly say.
They were very true, though. It was a very emotional Monday night from both Tayshia and Hannah G. I'm sorry, we didn't even get to Hannah G. It was Cassie. But
skipping ahead.
I know.
Everybody,
I know.
She's just so
everybody's tears.
excited.
I am so excited. I just
Spoiler
the three
alert.
girls. I just can't get it close together. Anyway, okay. Tayshia, we pick up. Wait, is that a rose I'm seeing in our? Oh my gosh, John Hanson.
How y'all doing
Come on in,
here?
you guys. It's the newsroom. Things just happen. Where'd you find that rose?
I don't know. I have this
Have
in
you
my
been
car at
standing
all
there
times.
the whole
Yes. I've been waiting. I've been hiding behind this
I
desk.
thought I smelled something delicious.
Right.
Are you
well, that was
saving
my
it?
perfume, not the rose. The rose has been in my car for back seat for a couple weeks, so it doesn't
nice.
smell great. But I just want to say that I know you guys. I'm not the biggest Bachelor fan, as you guys know. In fact, never seen an episode in my life. But I wanted to give this rose to someone that I feel like I would marry.
It better be me, John.
Right, exactly. This is wide open here. Art's waving in the background. No, it's not Art. Love you, boo boo. I'm gonna give it to the one, the only, Kelsie.
You know your beard.
Girl, she will be my beard, and we will live happily ever after.
Oh my God.
But no, I love how you guys are so into it, but I know a lot of people may not be. So why should I know that this is the end of the season. Are they gonna have another one and stuff?
Obviously,
April,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
get there.
yeah,
They
yeah.
announced Bachelorette last
Why
night.
should I get into it? What is is it the drama? I mean, like, what's the hook for
First
me?
of all, this has been going on for 15 years.
I know, I'm a little
15.
late to the party.
I have been
Third
watching since season 1. I am
Right.
like dedicated over
Trista
here.
and Ryan days.
My God.
She grew up on this show.
I did. I literally grew up. Like,
Tina is our Bachelor aficionado.
Yeah,
you know
so good.
everything about
Exactly.
everything. So
but you know what? If you don't have a lot of drama in your own life, this is the perfect show because then you can
Well,
just
John, you
catch
don't need
up
it then.
on any other people's lives. It's perfect. It's perfect. You need to tune
I'm here
in.
for the Monday nights, getting with your friends, popping open some rosé or red wine. We're in winter.
Great
I think everyone
excuse
has
to
a
drink.
guilty- Like, I
Yep.
will watch Project Runway
There you go.
religiously. So, like, that's my guilty pleasure, so everyone has one. So, because just hearing you guys from the corner, I was just like, this is actually, I could see why I could get into this.
So I am somebody who doesn't like the show. I get into talk about how I get angry at gender roles. I'm the real bummer of the thing.
Right, yes.
I'm like,
You're
why
like,
are these ladies
it's
doing this?
2019. That's you, please. All
So
right.
come to me if you want to be
All right.
bummed out.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys. Yes, that's always great. That's why I gave you my rose. And plenty more later. Sing songs of the internet. Okay. I'll let you guys go back to what you're doing. Okay.
Oh, thank you,
So
my
there's your
lord.
rose.
We're only at night one.
You're only at night. How many nights are there?
There are
There's a
2.
two-night finale.
Yeah.
And 2
okay,
hours
well.
a night, John. So
Air
you got it.
supply shows up. Get with the picture.
I gotta take a nap. So bye. I'll watch on my drive home. That's not safe. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, bye guys.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
We're gonna get
John.
you next season. You're gonna
Yes.
become a Bachelor fan.
I got a Mike and a Rose who's
Oh
jealous.
my goodness.
Karaoke.
Careful over there.
Karaoke.
All right, okay, picking it
Tayshia.
back up, it back up. We had all of our attempted fantasy suites. Now, Colton and Cassie, last episode, last Monday, Cassie walked out, the fence, blah, blah, blah. Now Colton's about to go tell Tayshia that it's kapoots. She's out, it's over.
Yeah.
Take a listen to this.
In my heart, I know I can't love 2 people. My heart's with somebody else. I love Cassie.
Can we talk without all these cameras?
Yeah.
Hey. Hey. Don't cry, please. Sorry. Are you okay? Yeah. So this is like it.
You guys, what is going on there? It's like Tayshia's consoling Colton here. Who's breaking up with who? Who's the sad one? Who's crying? Whose heart is beating so fast from that mic?
First of all, I'm very surprised that Colton was so honest and was like, I love Cassie. Bye. Like, I just can't believe he said that. I mean, after everything they've been through, and they've been through a lot, these two. I mean, they are like very, very the adventure couple that literally did the bungee jumping. What else did they do?
They jumped out of a plane.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel
all
it was
the
really
crazy
couple,
things.
or do you think it was more like friendship? Because I always got friendship from it. It wasn't like couple.
Well, I don't know. There was some romantic moments. Like they had like that lantern in Thailand. I think they had this like lovely lantern. I don't know. They felt like I don't know. I think they, for lack of a better term, I hate when I start saying Bachelor talk. They had a real connection.
They were here for the right reasons.
But I feel like at the end of the day, he just kept basically saying, "You're not Cassie." He said that, we were going to get to this too. He said it to Hannah. Geez, like you're just not Cassie. And how do you argue with that? But the taking care of him thing. Whew, there were flames on the side of my face. Because I just say, as ladies, you don't have to do that. It's like getting fired, and your boss is crying when you're getting fired. No, that's a terrible thing to do.
Right.
You should not have to take care of the person breaking up with you. I was like throwing stuff.
But Colton's a sensitive guy.
Yeah, but that's not your job.
I know it's not the job, but she stood in. I think it was perfectly fine. Knowing her and then knowing Colton, I think it was just.
You don't know them, Tim. You saw them on TV.
Oh my good God. Hey, I follow them on Instagram. We're best friends, okay?
But has that ever happened to you?
No.
I mean, have you ever been broken up with and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, even though my heart is hurting?
Never.
Yeah, no. I would usually break up with the person.
I was
snap, Krista.
Just like a text message, just savage.
No.
Okay,
I
Krista,
haven't
so.
had many relationships. It was only 2. Relax.
And how did they break up, Krista? Now you've opened the can of worms.
It's just been long breakups, so I feel for this, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you just, when you made it to that point with someone, it's hard to not care about them and how they feel. And I know we all want to be like, Tayshia, say, see ya, you know? He's literally choosing Cassie over you right in front of you, but she cares about him, and they had, you know.
This is where the show gets you.
Oh.
Because they're like, she cares about him. They've known each other for 11 weeks. This is like a breakup where it's like a year. Sure, it's messy.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And let's be honest, her DMs were full, okay?
She's beautiful.
She
done.
is.
She's beautiful. She has your face structure.
I mean, not that I'm tapping on them DMs,
People
but.
say I have similar features to Tayshia.
It's those beautiful teeth. It's like the chin. I can see it.
I don't know. Put us side by side. We don't have one. This is Facebook Live, okay, everybody? All right, let me get to our girl, Hannah G.
Yeah.
So Tayshia, she, you know, sad break, but it's over. And Colton has to go do the exact same thing to Hannah G, who, by the way, never even got a fantasy suite date.
Never.
She is just, this is my
hurts.
favorite meme. So we have this meme. It's a skeleton just peeking out the blind, and poor Hannah G just can't catch a break. She is just waiting for her fantasy suite date. So she has no idea. Yep, there it is. Hannah G waiting in Portugal for Colton to pick her up for the fantasy suite date. Yeah, just, she's grown old.
This whole time. She's writing in her pink journal like Sandy in Greece, like just waiting for him to show up.
She was so sweet too.
Yeah.
I mean,
She's
I
a
don't mean
cute
to be
little.
rude. I mean, there's heartbreakers, but that's not something you can break the heart.
I really liked Hannah G.
I did
Yeah.
too.
Did you like?
Justice for Hannah G.
Yeah.
Yes.
Justice for Hannah G.
Yes.
Do you
It's
like,
trending.
Do you love her? Do you love her because she reminds you of the cutest Keebler elf you've ever seen?
She's the cutest Keebler elf.
You just
You know
want
what?
yum, 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 yum.
I
She
like.
got like no airtime either.
No, but she also did an Easter egg she rapped, which was horrifying.
Oh, I saw that.
I lost some points when she rapped.
That like just came out. I saw it on E! News. I don't know where she released it. If it was her own Instagram.
It was on- yeah, it was on the
But it was
Easter egg.
like Hannah G just attempting to rap about her poor endings on The Bachelor. I don't know. She got the first impression.
Well, Krista, you're
rose.
trying to be a DJ. Who are we to judge, okay?
Oh, throw shade!
No, I love Krista.
I
love
actually
Krista.
appreciated Hannah G rapping because, girl, get you some. Go
Yeah.
rap if you want to.
I was watching it and I was just like turning into my hoodie. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it was
brutal.
cringeworthy.
She has a broken heart. who are we to judge?
You're right.
I was actually really frustrated with Colton at this moment.
Were you really?
Because I felt like he was giving her very conflicting information.
True.
I feel like he was saying, you know what, I want to break up with you, but at the same time, I don't want to leave you.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know what I mean? It was back and forth. And he kept saying, you know, you were my rock through all of this. You make me feel like home.
Oh, yeah, that was so
That was the
annoying.
line all season.
Well,
I was like,
and he did say, you're so right. Like, I don't know if I'm making the right decision. And again, it's like, come on, like, grow some. Like, this is why I loved Rachel. In Rachel's season, she was very like,
great.
yes and no, yes and no. And I got to say, Hannah G, right before he got all like wishy-washy, she's like, this is what I do. I make everybody better and they don't stick around. And I was like,
we have that soundbite.
Yeah.
But then when they came in at the end, they were doing the live interview, it was so touching because she just kept asking, why, Colton, why? I mean, it just hit your heart, you know?
Yeah. Do we want to take a listen? We have that exact soundbite.
Yeah, we have it.
Tina, Bachelor, producer.
I pulled it for all you.
Yeah, let's take a listen to that Hannah G soundbite.
I got you guys.
I realized that I can't be in love with two people. And where my feelings are in another relationship is at a stronger point than where I'm at with you. I realized that I loved Cassie.
Ooh,
I think I nailed it.
that is just, that's some tough words to hear. I do want to give it to Colton on one thing. Like, kudos to him for doing everything he did, saying, Cassie, I love you, I choose you, and then going back and actually saying goodbye to these two girls, giving them, you know, not saying, oh, well, I have two girls who love me, so maybe I'll just run back to them because Cassie doesn't want me. You know, so I do want to give him kudos there. But
Love is a risk, people. Okay?
Oh, do tell. You can't say these profound words.
That is what it is.
Tina, did you get Chinese food last night? You're getting your fortune?
Oh my God, no.
Fortune cookie. That's fortune cookie readings with Tina right there.
Tina just buys a stack of fortune cookies that say that.
you know, it's your Dove chocolate.
Yes, it's your Dove chocolate. It's something profound that speaks to you through food.
Tina is our Dove chocolate.
Love is a risk, people.
Can I ask you like a real question though? And I don't mean to get like, I know I'm supposed to be the comedian, but this is the thing, like sometimes I think people want what they cannot have. Do you think this is a situation where kind of like, you said no, so I want you. You said no, I want you. That is like a thing that people do.
And that's something that Colton's family brought up a lot too, which I really appreciated. They were being so real with him. Like, are you sure, like, this is everything you want, or do you just not want her because she's giving you a little bit of the chase, which everybody likes time to time.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too because he's a virgin. Like
Wait, what?
You know,
What?
breaking news.
Leave it to Tina to bring up the virginity.
No, but you're saying like he can't have what he wants, or what did you just say?
Well, I feel like when somebody
can't have
denies you, that is sort of alluring to some people. That is sort of people's patterns. If you say no, he kept saying too, like, I'm gonna fight for what I want. Like his football player was coming in. And like, when is fighting obsession? And like, there were some deep questions I was asking myself. I got a little like nervous, like, oh man, this guy is scaring me a little, you know? He wasn't scary, but that, in real life, like, have you had these relationships where it's like, I said no, kind of leave me alone now. You know what I mean? She kept saying no, or she kept saying, I'm confused, see you later.
And what sucks with that is it kind of brings you into like, wait, maybe they're right. Maybe he is, maybe I do love him. And it, you know, it brings you into this trap of, shoot. And now Cassie and Colton are dating and possibly getting engaged.
Yeah, okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It ended with them dating, like, it's gonna be like 6 months, and we'll hear them, like, sneaking around with some Instagram model or something. Let's not lie.
All right, well, let's get into night two, because Tuesday night, I can't believe we've only talked about Monday, but that's everything that went down. It was Tayshia and Hannah G's night.
And
everyone's hanging on the edge of their seats waiting to hear what Cassie has to say in night two. So Tuesday night comes around, it starts out, Colton finds his love, goes to Cassie's house, proclaims his love. And do we have a shot of this, or?
No, we just have visuals.
We just have visuals for this one. So as
we have a few memes of his hair if you would like to check out his hair.
Colton has a new hair, so there's a little bit of time in between, and Colton has a new hairdo.
Yeah.
And I personally thought, we've seen this look before. If you look at this side by side.
Oh yeah.
That's a Mr. Randolph right there. That's Cassie's dad. So Do you think that's where Colton got some hair ideas?
Yeah,
Yikes.
and they're going all over.
Yeah.
All over Twitter and Instagram.
It's like, yeah, looking like the dad. Never a good move.
Right into the Randolph family.
Really quick though, guys, while I was watching, I also have another meme that I personally made myself. I don't know
Tina.
while he was crying, did it any of the faces seem familiar? Because I thought he looked similar to when Kim K was crying.
Oh, he did.
The Kim Kardashian, Colton. We do have a side by side.
There it
Nice.
is. My goodness.
I enjoyed.
Not to hate on a man, but he is an ugly crier. I'm just saying.
And I think, hey, we're allowed to be.
crier.
Yeah, we can cry however we want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's cry.
My favorite part was he took his scarf and just wiped his snot away. And I was like, yeah.
No shame at all.
Just
Look what you got.
No, it's so
like
good.
it.
I like it too. So the thing that I was confused about with the Cassie situation is like he goes up and is like, I dumped everyone for you. I jumped a fence for you. And she was just like,
Leave
what?
my house. Get away.
She just kept saying, oh, that's weird. Okay.
Well, this whole time I was watching this, in her head, I was like, she's checked out. She left. She's out.
yeah.
She's ready to start selling Instagram gummies and get that FabFit on and get 1 million followers. Like she's like, yes,
Bye.
I did everything I needed to do. And here he comes.
It's just like
the knight in shining armor, Colton.
Well, how about even when she was packing? Like, did she not seem like she was extremely happy?
Oh yeah, she was pumped
And
in that weird book room.
There was even a soundbite she had said. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm so excited to go home and see my friends and family." And then knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Like,
just like the Godfather sucked you back in.
But then Colton throws us for a loop and is like, yo, my family's waiting for everyone, for you
In Spain. Yep.
And then she's like, free trip to Spain
trip to Spain.
and 1 million followers on Instagram. Let's do this. I'm in again.
Yeah.
You chose me. I'm in.
And then it was so strange. They went to the family and they were talking about his virginity, the family. That was so
awkward.
cringy.
Every time they talked about his virginity, I was just like,
You don't talk about you with your mom.
No,
Yeah.
but I feel like with the way I got like their family culture, like that was something that was very important. Like when he said the joke, like his parents were not at all amused. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it was something that like for them they actually wanted to know. It was kind of like, okay, like we get the camera thing, but like really, did you? You know what I mean?
Right. When he first cracked it, I believed
And like they were
it.
not
I was
laughing.
like, oh my God,
I know
this
the
is the
parents
pivotal
looked
moment.
so
We're gonna find
angry.
out.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, they did make it to that fantasy suite.
Yeah.
Something
And,
happened. That man was so thirsty going in, and he came out so quenched coming.
What I loved though was so funny that the producers, they were like, oh shoot, we forgot to get unmiked and everything.
Yeah, if you look at this clip right here that's airing, he's literally kicking all the producers out right
Look
now.
how happy he is.
Rightfully so though.
Yeah.
Rightfully
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, it's time.
My favorite part of this
Leave.
whole show is to see the crew. And I think the sound
Me
guy,
too.
Bacall, I think was his name. And I was like, more Bacall, more Bacall, more Bacall, more Bacall. Like, I love it when I see the crew. I'm like, bye-bye, pretty people. Like, I want the real people. You know what I mean? Because they have the story.
I
you
have
know?
to say, I was telling Krista this earlier, my favorite thing even was even the next morning when they come into the segment of showing, okay, like what happened in the fantasy suite. They started off with the birds and the bees. I don't know if you guys saw that. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
little
They are just-
metaphors.
they're
I
killing
noticed
it.
that
I'm so
right
over it.
away.
Their
They are.
B-roll is hardcore on the show.
Yeah.
Like even when Colton was like sad and alone, they had like a dog walking alone in an alley. I'm like, we get it.
But we definitely know like something went down because she even did you guys get that little comment she slid in there? Cassie was like, oh, my calves hurt.
I had
Why do
such a
they
hard
hurt,
time.
girl? Why do they
She had
hurt?
that
don't even wanna
midnight
talk
workout.
about it.
You know.
They were not opening their mouths. I could not understand them afterwards. Everybody was talking like that. I had to put the closed captions on.
What were they talking like?
Everybody was like this. I'm like, all right, you guys, I don't think having an intimate moment means you can't. Like, I had to like rewind it. I have no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And we did get another shower scene. Man, they love to put
They
that guy
probably
in the
just had
can't
it
have let
taped
the
from
last night
earlier
go
and they
without
just
a
pulled
shower
it back
scene.
out.
Yeah, they love
Yeah.
putting him in the shower.
It was
I'm
pretty
sure
rough.
he actually hated that.
I do think though, like I'm glad that them two got or alone time without cameras because I think they really did need to talk some things through. So hopefully that is what sealed some deals on
If
the
I was
relationship for them.
Tasha or Hannah G watching this back, I'd be so mad at this point because
Really?
especially Hannah. Oh my God,
Well,
she didn't-
Hannah, yeah.
Oh my God, she got the short end of the stick
She didn't
here.
even get a date.
Nothing.
But if at that point he knew it wasn't her, I think I'd want to go.
Right. I mean,
No,
he
but she was better
respectful in
about
that
it. Like even in
sense.
the live interview coming back, she was just like, why? Like literally, it was just like 2 minutes of why, and then he's just finally, Chris is finally just like, okay, well, that's all for today. Let's move on. I felt honestly, if everybody, that's who I felt the worst for. I mean, obviously until Cassie gets her heart broken 6 months from now, but until then, it's gonna be Hannah.
Shade. All right, well, let's get into the after the final rose. So after everything happened, and Chris Harrison is bringing us along this wonderful journey. And Cassie and Colton come out.
I love Chris Harrison's first thing though. Like Cassie comes out, she's got like her Sharon Stone outfit on, all white, right? And she looked very good. And Chris Harrison sits down and goes, I'm exhausted by you guys. And I was like, me too! You're saying what we're all feeling.
Raise a hand if you relate to Chris Harrison. First time ever.
I think we're all exhausted because literally both nights could have gone into one night.
And that could have been a 7-minute show.
Literally.
There was so much airtime, like just stretching. I mean, they brought Air Supply on.
Yeah.
Why is Air Supply here?
What
is
you
happening?
know who else was wondering that? Our Brandon Pope. Brandon weighed in on night 2 as well. Take a listen to this.
What's up, guys? It's Brandon Pope, B Pope TV. You know what it is. I gotta say, this was the most realistic season of The Bachelor I think I have ever seen. Basically, Cassie and Colton are just dating like everybody else. But the biggest question that's still looming that I just can't get over: who is Air Supply? Can someone please tell me who is Air Supply? If you figure out, please let me know.
Who is
Seriously. Who is Air Supply?
You know what? Listen.
It was the most random performance in the middle of an after the final rose I've ever seen. I don't even think Cassie and Colton knew. They were like, what's going on?
Well, the title of their song is like making love out of nothing at all, right? Out of nothing at all, which is what the show is.
That's
making
why
a
they
show
found
out of nothing at all.
Well, you know that they use that Neil Lane budget right there because obviously to get that band because obviously there was no ring. So hey, we got Air Supply, guys. You know,
who played one song? They're like, oh, you got another song?
They're like, can you take us to break? And they do the same song again. Like, Air Supply couldn't come prepared with 2 songs. Come on.
It was a good moment.
Honestly, at that point, I was just happy to get a break. I'll be honest.
We're happy to get some air.
Yeah, exactly. No, but in all seriousness, by the second hour of the last episode, or the last hour of the series finale, I was just like excited for the commercials. You know what I'm saying? Because at least there was something different. You know? I don't know. I felt bad. You know? It was just getting to that point, and then they were teasing with the Bachelor. I don't know. Whatever.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was so. It was long.
Last night, and
I just
was
wanted to
waiting
turn on
for
like
some
Gilmore
drama.
Girls.
Nothing.
No, it was no drama at all. And then the big reveal really was like, who's gonna be the new Bachelorette?
Right.
Because ain't nothing happened between Colton, so you know.
I was vying hard for Tayshia, but she's too smart to do that.
All right, so if you missed it, and if you've been living under a rock all morning, Hannah B is our new Bachelorette. People have some mixed reviews. What do you guys think so far, Hannah B?
Tina, I think you should go first.
Yeah,
Tina,
one and only.
I am not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I think she's really, really awkward. I think it's painful to listen to her speak.
And it'll be painful to watch, and that's what we'll keep watching.
I just feel like
we're masochists, Tina. This entire show is a show for masochists.
The creator of the show was tweeting like different things, trying to be like cryptic and everything about who they thought would be the best Bachelorette. They had 5 different choices. They had Kaylin, they had Tayshia, they had Demi, and then they had both of the Hannahs. And literally any of the 4 other choices I feel like would have been so much better than Hannah B.
Yeah.
Really?
I think the thing that I always try to look at a positive spin, right?
Me
and
too.
I think she's really inspiring me to get a day of the word calendar to improve my vocabulary because she's got it's hard.
But
it's hard for her to. There was so much dead air time that I was like. And listen, I know it's a live TV show and they're editing, but I know everybody's not great on TV, but that's like your one job. Your one job is to even just say the things.
They chose you to do this.
You say the things that everybody says. Like, I'm excited for the journey. I mean, there are taglines that you can just repeat that everybody does.
Kelsey's just salty. She's not the Bachelor.
No. I also think the show should be canceled. But let's not talk about that. But you know,
not even that though. Did we forget what her role is? She's Miss Alabama 2018. If you are Miss Alabama, you have been in pageants. You should know how to speak.
Yeah.
How did you win? How did you win? How did she win, guys? I
don't know.
I hope she gets better. That's all. Like I hope she gets better.
I'm kind of with you,
we
Kelsie.
should have looked up her question portion.
A lot of people, we still can. A lot of people are throwing a lot of hate to her, so I feel bad. I do think one of the other choices probably would have been better, but we don't have to like totally hate on this girl. It was her first
and they have
night.
months
She's
to
had
work on
0.
her.
No, they really haven't.
No, I'm saying she'll have time to get prepared.
Yeah, I thought you were saying before last night because you could see she was a fish out of water last night. But I kind of found it endearing and relatable, and they threw her into the situation. She's never done a rose ceremony. She didn't even say, will
you accept this rose?
Like, you know, and she's been through a million of them. That's an exaggeration.
You really don't
but
think the
she's been through
producers like
enough with
tried to
Colton.
prep her a little bit though behind like backstage before she got out
They just
there?
need to hire you, is the question.
Yeah, right. This is the other thing I'm thinking. Like Chris Harrison shined. Right? So like he was picking up the slack, and I'm like, what if this is the thing? Chris Harrison's like, I'm sick of being the host. I want to be the star of the show.
No, he's not. He's in a relationship now.
No, but I mean, like, he is the
As
one,
if
like...
that matters on this show.
No, he's got that glow, Tim. He's got that glow.
He's got the glow.
He's got the glow. Lauren Zima.
Let me
Shout
tell
out to
you,
Lauren Zima.
Chris wants the cash. He wants the cash flow.
Yeah.
Who cares about the glow?
Yeah. What about the... So the 5 guys showed up. They did a 5 guy situation. So what we got?
Did they do the rose
That was
thing?
Rocky.
Yeah. It was Luke, Dustin, Cam. We got another white guy rapping. It's just the cringiest of time. Connor, who looks 18.
I also applaud his effort. I just like when people put themselves out there like that, because I'm here doing that all the time. And you know, you just gotta have fun with it, and that guy had fun with it, and like I was cringing.
You're so nice. For some reason, that is just something that my whole body just goes, no. You know what I mean? There's something, and listen, I do stand-up comedy. I fail in public all the time.
You don't say.
I do, constantly. There's something about like that rapping that I just can't take it.
I'm excited though that, spoiler alert, this coming season there are 2 guys that are going to be competing for Hannah's Heart that are from Chicago.
Oh!
So this season we finally got some Chicagoans in there.
Right.
Last year it was all of pretty much LA.
LA, yeah, a lot of LA. Yeah.
It's a lot of
everybody was 23 and it was everybody was from LA.
So overall, do you guys think Colton and Cassie are gonna last?
Nope. I said this from moment 1 of this podcast.
We have a comment from Jenny I want to read to you guys really quick. She says, it was annoying. I think she's talking about the finale in general. But I'm glad Cassie is being honest and not just jumping into something. He's committed to being with one woman and not making anyone a backup plan. But I feel pretty soon this is not going to be enough for him. He didn't save himself for a commitment. Jenny, spot on.
Yeah. Well,
Jenny girl.
Jen makes a good point about like even like the show has to evolve with like sort of the modern times, and a lot of millennials are not getting married. Like that's the thing, right? So how is this show?
23.
She's 23 years old. He's 26.
27.
I mean,
not a deal breaker, but continue.
But you know what I'm trying to say? Like what? The times are changing. This traditional sort of thing is very much like there's ceremony, there's tradition, there's ritual in the show. That is shifting in our culture. How are they going to keep up?
And I also think that like maybe I'm just like new to the scene here, but I feel like when it started 15 years ago, like when you broke up, you were just like done, you know. But nowadays with like social media, it's like you'll have like several exes and like just stay together, not stay together as like together, but be friends. Yeah.
Not even that. When it was
no, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, when it was called The Bachelor, even I remember you watched, even Tristan Ryan, you watched as well. But when they first came out with The Bachelor, the reason it was called that, or even The Bachelorette, is because these people were over the age of 30.
Yeah.
Now it's like they have younger and younger people applying for this show,
ABC's
and these people are so
demo.
interesting that now they have the leading roles of being the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. So
well, and if you look at Idol
they're
too, they're having
and you think about it,
people.
America falls in love with these people, and we get to know them.
Right.
So why
they're
not
so
make
cute.
them
They still got their
the
little baby cheeks a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're also it's very cyclical too. Like again, I only started watching because of the podcast that I do next season. So I'm pretty new to the Bachelor world. No. But like, everybody's in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're the Bachelor, then you're the Bachelorette, then you go on to Paradise. It's very cyclical.
Bachelor Nation.
It's like
and then from that point
you.
on,
Because that's not how it used to be, right? It used to be like people in the world pulled in.
Right.
And now it's just like sort of, I don't want to say incestuous, but it's like just in this world. You know what I mean? It's just in this tiny world.
And now
that's a great way to
going
describe
around,
it.
it's around.
Because once you're on the show, then if you want to date someone from 4 seasons ago, you hit them up and you're in the nation.
You're the expert at this.
Oh, God.
You're finding like, so Jason was on the show. He's going out with somebody.
Caitlin Bristow.
Yeah, it's like now it's like it's very. It reminds me of a small town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is like a small town.
Everybody just kind of
Nail on the
swaps
head,
partners.
So what do they go on after this to do? I'm just asking. Like,
So
does she go to a
usually-
9-to-5 job and say like, "Hi, boss, I'm here for work"?
I mean,
And he's been a football player, a student, and now a reality TV show star. Like, what's he qualified to do?
Probably a Dove ad when he's in the shower. He's the new face of Dove, just scrubbing up.
But even like now he has a
Coming out with
boob,
a
so
new
that's not
line of
even
shower
sexy.
gel.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think really what's happening, and I know that I'm the skeptic, not the cynic. I do feel like everybody's their own advertising agency. Everybody's on Instagram. Everybody's
your
selling
brand.
stuff. They're building their own brand.
Yeah, he'll be like a YouTube star.
from
or
night one of
something,
that
yeah.
show, I mean, if you go on there, if you start following these people or kind of just checking them out from night one, you'll see like all these these girls or even the guys, they have 1,000 followers. By night, like the following week, 1,000 goes to 5,000, like instantly. It's just, and every week it grows up to the point, like I was checking last night, like I think Cassie has like 1.2 million followers as of last night.
She was at like 900 something last night.
Yeah.
Did she hit a million? Congrats, girl.
Yeah, she did.
You
Colton's at 1.7 or something. I mean, it's just crazy.
My body's reacting negatively to this. I'm like,
conversation.
Oh
but I think
man,
that's what it is.
It's been a roller coaster of a season. Colton, we're happy for you, I guess. I hope you and Cassie find love and stuff.
And I hope he puts a ring on it. I hope he puts a ring on it.
Yeah, this is the first time in Bachelor history that it did not end.
I guarantee
really
you this ends like we'll hear 5 months from now, like Cassie got a restraining order on Colton.
I honestly
and,
feel like, and here I am, very, very judgmental over here. You guys know that. But I actually feel like they seemed really, really happy last night.
I think Cassie's happy with her Instagram followers.
Exactly. Yeah, you sitting over here, Krista, like you don't agree with me, but you totally do. They're not going to last.
No, because I just don't think her heart's all in it. I think it could be,
and she's young.
I just don't think.
Like he's ready to boo out, but she's like, I got 2 or 3 more good years on me. I want to party hardy.
2 or 3 more good years, Tim.
I'm saying a party hardy.
If this is true, I have to say I could believe it, because I met Colton, and Colton.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I met Colton. I know Colton.
Brandon Pope did too. I'll throw in that we interviewed him for his
go.
foundation, and let me tell you. He has great eye contact. He's a great speaker. He smells delicious. Like
how do you know, Tina? Is he a good hugger? Is he a good hugger?
He is a great hugger.
Wait.
I went in not
Pretend
for one,
I'm Colton.
but for
Wait.
two.
Can we just instant replay?
Yeah,
I'm Colton. How was this interaction?
I mean, you have to stand up.
Wait, do a subtle sniff. Let's see a subtle sniff.
So I'm talking to Brandon. You're Brandon. Interview me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, blah, 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 blah,
Well,
blah.
it was after the interview.
Here, I'll recreate you. You be Colton. This is Tina.
Bossing
interview.
around.
We knew
this
this
is
was going to
Tina.
happen. We told our Instagram live feed that Tim's bossing everyone around.
That's Tina, and then she just sneaks out.
It was one of
like,
these things.
Instant replay. That was it. Okay, now you tell us how it was.
We're going off the rails. I gotta say one thing though, Colton. I didn't love you from the beginning. I like you now, Hannah B. I hope we have the same feelings as a group of America. I hope we all learn to love Hannah B. because she's receiving some hate right now. So.
Yeah, and that's true. It's like this is a strange platform where like you put yourself out in public and people are just gonna get you, and that's one of the prices of fame. And I try not to be negative, but also it's very cringy to watch. And it's May 13th is where she's launching. Yeah, so we have a little break. Yeah.
She's launching what? Her rap career?
Please, that's Hannah G.
Please no more.
Get the Hannah G and Hannah B separate.
Oh, I apologize.
Let me say my last word. Even though I threw some hate about Hannah B right now, I have to say, it's not going to stop me from watching. I am invested. And you know what? I wasn't 100% into Colton being the Bachelor this season, and now I liked him. So you never know. I might be like thrown out a little, cray-cray right now, but
yeah.
She might surprise us.
She just needs coaching. That's it.
Yeah, she needs
my
some
goal.
help. All right,
for
everybody
to not watch the show.
Kelsie.
And then you won't have a podcast, Kelsie, and then you'll be unemployed, living in a box, and you'll be like, oh, I wish the Bachelor was
I'm pretty
on
close
again.
right now. I mean, have you seen my shoes? Stop it!
All right, Facebook fans, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this morning. We hope you enjoyed this Bachelor season as much as we did, or not enjoyed, got exhausted by, whatever verbs you want to use, fill them in there. Feel free to comment. We'll keep the conversation going all day. Thanks to everyone who tuned in and weighed in with us. Kelsie, you can check out her podcast. What are you going to do in the interim? Are you guys going to do Bachelor in Paradise?
We're not. So we're actually going to do Friday Night Lights because I got to choose it this time.
Yes.
So football.
Okay. I see that.
So we just take a little break and talk about movies and stuff. Yeah. So Petals and Pricks is what it's called.
Okay, but you'll be back for BIP.
Yes.
BIP in the summer.
Yes.
And Demi's going to be there.
For sure.
Demi fans.
Sure. Caitlin is
show up. It's going to be good. It's going to be
real good.
Thank you guys so much. We will see you at our next newsroom. Staff, Kelsie, thank you for coming in.
Sure,
thank you for being here.
Should we put it in? I feel
Yes.
like we're doing it.
Colton and Cassie on 3.
Yay! Okay, Colton and Cassie on 3.
We'll work on that too. Thank you guys.
Colton, Cassie.
One more time.
Have a wonderful
Here for the right
Wednesday.
reason.